Hello everyone, my name is Mainak from Shikati Infotech, and today we are going to talk about file handling in Python. So in my desktop, I have created a folder called Python file handling. I'm just going to open this folder in my Visual Studio Code. Okay, so inside this folder, first of all, I am going to create a file called sample.txt file. So this is basically a text file, and inside this text file I am going to write a line, or I am going to add a line, hello world Python. Okay, so this is my sample.txt file, and in this file I have added a line called hello world Python. Okay, so next what I am going to do, I am going to create a Python script file. Okay, so I am giving the name of this file as filehandle.py. In this filehandle.py file, I am going to create a class. Suppose say class test. Inside this class, I am going to create a function called main. Inside this main function, I am going to create a variable with the name of a. Okay. So in this variable, I am going to create I am using the function open. In this open function, I am specifying the name of the file. The name of my file is sample.txt file. Means it is a txt file or text file. And I am going to use this method called R. R means to read a file. Okay, so it will basically read the contents of the file and it will display the contents in our terminal, right? So next is print a dot read. So this read function, actually, first of all, in this variable a, we are opening the file called sample.txt file and we are reading it, and we are storing this entire content in the variable a. Okay, next we are printing the contents or the values stored in this variable a, and we are reading the values, and we are printing those values in our terminal. Basically, this line number 4 is used to display the values in the terminal. Okay, and the operation is basically done in our line number 3. In line number 3, we are opening the file sample.txt. The Python script is actually opening the file sample.txt. It is reading the content of the file. That's why we have provided this method R over here. Okay, and it is storing all the values in the variable a. Next, to print the contents in our terminal, we are using this read function and this print method. And finally, we are going to call this class test.main function. And I am running this cell. See, it is showing the output hello world Python. Right. Now, if I add more contents to this file, suppose say Python and I am going to run this code again. It is, you can see that the file contents have been updated and it is showing in our terminal also, right? So next what I'm going to do, I am going to create a file. So my sample.txt file already exists over here, right? So what I am going to do, I am going to create one more Python script file with the name as file create. .py, and I am going to rename that old script file as file open.py. So in this file create.py file, I am going to create a class called class test. I am again creating a class test. Inside this class test, I am going to create a variable. Suppose say I am giving the name of the variable as abc. Okay, but before variable declaration, let me put this variable inside of a function df main. So abc equal to open within bracket. I am going to give a name of the file which doesn't exist. See, previously in this file open.py, I have given the name of the file sample.txt file which I have already created before. Okay, but now I am going to give the name of the file which doesn't exist in my current directory. So I'm giving the name of the file as sample underscore 2 dot txt file, and now I am giving the method as w. Okay, so w basically what it does, it will create the file sample.txt. Okay, and to write the contents of the sample underscore 2.txt file, to write this content in this file, we are going to use abc dot write. Within bracket I am going to give a string over here. Suppose hello world Java. Okay, so I have written few contents, or I have added few line, or I have added a line in this file sample underscore 2.txt file, which I have used the method write. Okay, so next what I am going to do, print abc dot read. So next I am going to call this class test dot function main. So it will create a file in our current directory with the name of sample underscore 2.txt file, and inside the sample underscore 2.txt file it will have a line added to it which is the hello world Java. Right, now I am running this file. Exit. Let me run this code again. Okay, abc.read is not readable. Okay, it is not readable. Why it is not readable? Okay, let me first of all close this file. It also happens when we are not closing this file. Closing this file means to save this file, but the sample underscore 2.txt is generated already. Okay, now before we are giving this read option, okay, we can also add this thing. I am giving another variable, or defining the same variable over here, abc equal to open sample underscore 2 dot txt, and I am now giving the method, or I am now setting the method as r. Okay, that means we are going to read this file. Okay, previously what we have done in this line number 3, we have created sample underscore 2.txt file which was not previously there in my current directory. Okay, now in line number 4, using the write function, we have added a line over here with the name. I have given the line as hello world Java. Now what we have done, we have closed the file. Close the file means we have saved the file. Okay, and next we have opened the file again, sample underscore 2.txt file, and using the r method we read all the file contents. Okay, and it will show in our terminal. So I am running it again. Now see, it is showing hello world Java. Right, so if I want to add few more lines over here, hello world Python, and I am giving over here another line over here, hello world C++. I am running this file again. See, and now if I open this sample underscore txt file, you can see the file contents are modified accordingly. Okay, now what we can do, we can also create a file called file delete .py file. So in this file delete.py file, same, we are now going to import one module called OS module. So import OS. Next what we are going to do, we are going to create a class test, same. We are going to create a function main. Inside this function, what we are going to do, we are going to give over here OS dot remove. I am giving the name of the file. Suppose I am removing the file as sample underscore 2 dot txt, and I am showing if I want to print a statement, you guys can print a statement, or if you don't want to print a statement, you can not print a statement also. So I'm giving file deleted. So test dot main. Now I am running this thing again. So see, the sample underscore 2.txt file is now been deleted. Okay, the file doesn't exist anymore. This is the process how we can delete a file.